Welcome back to ESL One Genting SEA qualifiers. We have Clutch Gamers versus
TNC.
TNC. We are in game 4 at the moment. We're just entered the draft.
What region is this?
SEA.
Okay.
You were just testing me.
I am. Current score is 2-1 in favor of TNC. This is game number 4.
It
This is
is.
game number 4.
All right. So it seems like Clutch Gamers are capable of
You have
adaptation.
to just call them the Clutch Lemurs.
I wasn't. But
Okay.
you can try and put words in my mouth. They ban Omni instead of banning the Razor and trying to.
Learning a bit from the last game.
Yes, definitely.
Didn't want to put themselves in that exact same position and perhaps not feeling confident enough to do it the other way, right? Ban out the Razor, then pick the Omni because...
You need to have a lot of faith in your drafting and ability to give the Omni.
Yep. There are answers to the hero as well.
Yes.
They just didn't happen to have them. So what do you think about this? We have the first pick Clockwork into the... Wait, who had first pick?
What?
I'm trying to... I forgot who had first pick.
Clutch, remember, because they banned.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
we talked about it.
We
yeah.
talked about it, but sometimes I just don't listen to you.
That's all right.
There's the first pick Shadow Shaman into the Clockwork Jakiro, then the Sand King.
No Shadowfiend ban yet from Clutch. Maybe it'll sneak by.
Do you think it's warranted to ban him? I guess there is the Clockwork
With
Cogs
Clockwork,
combo.
yes.
Okay.
I think so.
That's fair.
Especially Shadow Shaman. Right, there it is.
Okay.
I'll stop talking about it right now.
All right. Well, I'll keep talking about it. It's pretty nice because you don't have to babysit him for as long as you normally would have to, right, to build up the souls. So, great ban.
Yeah, Shadowfiend just early game struggles with the souls. You know, he wants to build them up so he can last it properly. It removes that window.
Yep. Makes it so they don't have to focus their efforts on him.
Jakiro and Clockwork.
Yep.
Have we seen Clockwork win again? It feels like no.
It definitely feels like no. It feels like he's always the one getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah, it does.
And I say that that's exactly what I mean. He's
Wait,
been
like-
getting owned.
And
every
if
game.
if he is winning games, he's not the notable hero.
Right, he happens to be riding the wind train.
Just with his team, you know.
But I know what you mean. He feels like unless he gets a lot done in the early game, he doesn't transition well into the late game. He dies really quickly.
I like him against Shadow Shaman. As far as the off lanes to deal with the Shadow Shaman in lane, it's a good answer, right? Clockwork can trade with Shadow Shaman. He can get in close, get the
What are
battery.
you talking about as a core or support?
As a core.
Okay.
I think I like it as that.
Alright.
That makes sense to me.
It's kind of it's how TNC play their offlane too. They don't play these heavy farmers on the
Yes.
offlane. They play the ganking control heroes.
Well, 1437 stacks some ancients for himself.
so
you know.
he takes up the farm that most offlaners would take.
Exactly, yeah.
And it works out for some teams. It really does depend on the player's play styles, who likes to...
I really like when teams do this kind of stuff. I like
It's
when
interesting.
they adapt to each player and,
Yep.
and what they want in the game. Right? It makes your team just play differently to
Yep.
other teams and it can
It
show
shapes
off a lot of...
their identity as a team too. You know, you see who prefers to take more farm, who plays greedier, who plays more conservative. Is the tea awful?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I made it. Apologies.
What did you do to it?
I just put the tea back in. I don't know what tea it was. I just grabbed it.
Yeah, this is some terrible tea.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Can't get the taste out of your mouth.
It's real
huh?
bad. Okay.
So do you think we're going to see some more of the same kind of play style where they have a strong 5-man and they're able to just force down these objectives? I guess we'll see a lot with this pick. Tusk. Okay, so you're right. It is the Clockwork offlane. It does suit their style. Look at you on the ball.
The one thing I don't really like the Tusk pick though. I
Would you
feel
have preferred a different kind of roaming hero?
I would have preferred a more reliable stun.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. We have 3
kind of
stuns that are countered by 4 staff extremely
Yes.
hard on TNC's team.
And Sand King is, if played as offlaner, extremely difficult to lock down. Even as a support, he can get up these blink force items eventually,
Yep.
but they're a lot later on into the game. And you have revealed all 3 of your, generally when you pick a lineup, you draft around your offlane and your supports being most of your reliable lockdown. There's a few cases to battle this, but
Yep. There's a couple mid heroes like Puck, for example.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like Sven from the safe lane or CK.
but it's
outside of
kind
that,
of rare.
yeah, it's true.
So this means that Clutch
Much less
gamers
common.
can look at this and be like, all right, let's pick some Puck.
Well, Puck is banned, but you're right. That
Yeah,
style of hero that
exactly.
is good against their disabled.
Storm Spirit is
Right. No, when teams pick this kind of lockdown, these are like half stuns, kind of, right? They're stuns that work sometimes, but they're not really reliable. And they're good in the early parts of the game, but as the game starts to progress, when BKBs come out, it gives them a lot of time to press their BKB. It also lets people counterplay with 4 staffs, for example.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can just miss.
Medusa is the answer.
Okay.
Oh, honestly, playing around Medusa with Shadow Shaman, the heroes kind of fit together. It makes sense.
They're both snakes.
Yes. What?
Well, he makes snakes.
He makes snakes. Both of them tame snakes.
Okay.
That would make more sense.
Medusa's also a snake.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Oh my, oh my.
Well, Spider, pretty strong.
Against snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
So is this a safe lane Broodmother?
They can play it in the mid lane, right?
Do you want to play it against the Medusa in the mid lane, though?
It's not bad.
10 seconds remaining.
Doesn't, it's not bad, but is it good?
5 seconds
It's hard to gank. It creates a lot of space. Tusk can pressure the Medusa very heavily with the Broodmother. She offers a lot of damage to kill the Medusa early game.
I guess it also depends what clutch gamers decide to respond with, right?
Yes.
Like, if they don't have an answer in the safe lane for Brood might just be safe lane and farm everything. And then they'll roam around with their support heroes and gank. They could play like that. Or it could be the Matamba Man style Broodmother, where he just goes mid.
Oh, we were talking about the lack of lockdown. Like the reliable stuns.
Oh yeah, Timbersaw.
Timbersaw.
He loves the lack of lockdown. He is super
He
tanky.
loves playing into Broodmother.
He does?
With the changes to Broodmother no longer going invisible. Just being able to remove the trees where her webs are.
Right, because she relies a lot on the just running over
fog.
the trees in the fog. Yep.
Yes, and that removes all of them. It's even more of a counter now than it was before.
I don't think there's any stage of the game where Broodmother can do anything to Timber. Not early, not late, not
maybe
in the
with a silver edge.
Sure, maybe. Even that's kind of a question mark, right? It doesn't feel like
it is a bit.
Doesn't feel good enough.
It's definitely a problem.
All right, I don't know what TNC are gonna do or how they're gonna position their lanes. I guess
they can. Honestly, with this draft that TNC have made for themselves, they can. If they lane it well, they can actually. Like Sand Kings and Shadow Shaman are both pretty good against Brood as well. Lockdown destroys her. It's a hard Brood game.
Well, Brood just doesn't want to be against Timber, right? He can do. Oh, he can still perform what he wants to do, or she. Sorry.
Sorry, man.
Yep. She can still perform her job and acquire a lot of farm in the other lanes. It's just this Timbersaw. He feels like he's gonna be farmed no matter what lane he goes to. And Fat Timbersaw in this kind of a game where you have these lockdown abilities that aren't as reliable look very dangerous.
Are they gonna play the Timber as a like main farming hero as their one? Well, Medusa's technically the one, right?
Right, Medusa's technically
but she's played in the mid
farm.
hero, right?
Yeah, I expect Timber to be like the #2 position, whether he's safe lane or in the off lane. Doesn't really matter.
Okay, so you want a battling, off-laning kind of hero.
Right, it might be the Sand King and they might pick a different 4 hero if they feel like there's nothing else.
I would kind of like that.
It's not bad. It gives you that threat against the Broodmother anyways, so
they do
pressures her a bit more. If they do that, they can kind of box this Broodmother to
They
one
could
mid
pick
lane.
maybe Nature's Prophet if they want to farm a bit. It's not bad. It gives you some more building push.
Problem is you got a bunch of heavy farmers, right? Even the Shadow Shaman and Sand King, they're going to want some space at some point.
That's why they ban out Bat Rider, right?
Yeah, Bat's also very good at finding the Broodmother over the trees.
Yep, that's true.
Gives you the flying vision. And then again, look at the lockdown, right? Cogs, Ice Path, Shards, Bat doesn't really care about any of these spells.
Oh.
10 seconds left. What could it be?
Depends on if they want. They have the option, right? If they want to pick another support.
Yeah, I just don't know what it would be. Okay,
Tidehunter. Holy crap. Oh boy, oh boy.
I think we've hit our oh shit pick a couple picks back on the side of Clutch Gamers. Huh. It's pretty crazy because you think, oh, 4th pick Broodmother. Scary stuff? No, not very scary.
Both of the lanes now. Where she can go mid or she can go home.
Yeah. Don't want to go home. That's how you lose the game.
Exactly. Don't stay in the base.
It feels like she has to lean against this this Medusa, right? No other real option.
You can do the Tidehunter matchup. You just need to skip the creep wave.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is true. No matter what, you can skip, but is that what you want to do? It feels like no,
Free farm Tidehunter sounds terrifying.
It does. Watermelon Man is super strong with free farm.
Luna.
Choose your hero.
All right.
You
know, Luna has magic damage to kill Timbersaw. A lot of it with Eclipse.
She does.
Same with Tide. But
the laning stage.
Shit. Yep. Yeah. Where does
Cuckoo taking the Brood mid? Excellent stuff. Choppy now rotating the Medusa into a side lane, but it looks like I'd hope so.
Well, we don't know, right?
I'd hope so.
A lot of carry players do play
Medusa mid.
Yeah.
But it's not hard, right?
No.
You just click the creeps.
You make it sound so easy.
That's Medusa. Like, as far as complicated heroes go,
It's like
she's
saying Dota, you just play the game.
you kind of do.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
You're right.
You do.
No,
Yeah.
you're right, Shane.
Thank you. Cosmetic-wise, I want to say TNC are looking nice.
Very stylish.
Very, very stylish squad.
You know, they're stylish without hindering their functionality, right?
Sam H's set is actually one of my favorite sets, just because of the hat. The hat really, it's so good.
It looks pretty crazy.
And then, like, looking at Tusk, then, I don't know. I don't really think Tidehunter made an effort. I'm looking at this lad and I'm like, what the hell is happening?
What does he have on his head?
Makes no sense.
All right, we'll have to see how TNC shape their lanes up to make Broodmother impactful this game, because honestly, I think they have to do some crazy stuff to make this hero useful. There's a lot of counters to the hero, a lot of difficult lane matchups, and while she can skip the creeps, it's the same thing where it probably benefits the other hero, because Broodmother won't ever be able to pressure. I guess Broodmother can farm jungle, right?
Yeah, looking at this, Timbersaw's charging up the mid lane.
Yep.
And Broodmother's going to be real sad, real fast.
So we can do some web jukes, right? You can place the web in a lane, go somewhere else.
You know, even if Brood's mid lane doesn't go perfectly, she can still farm the Ancients, right?
That's true.
On both sides, you can actually clean up both camps. Going mid.
It actually might not be that bad against Timber in the sense that Timber against most mid lane matchups, he tanks the entire creep wave behind the enemy tower. Then that creep wave runs into the enemy tower and gets denied entirely while he zones them out. Right? He plays in between those two towers, and Broodmother can kind of cut the wave and farm the jungle in the downtime, so she'll always be farming more than him.
That's true. But she'll never be able to pressure.
Right.
Broodmother wants to pressure.
She'll always be running away from this Timbersaw. But look at this smoking from TNC, the wrapper, and Fly Solo.
Fly Solo is
big trouble. Who gets the last hit?
1437.
Yeah. They know where the farm's important.
The real carry.
That's right.
They didn't actually auto-attack.
No, it was the dual breath damage over time that got it.
Do you think Fly Solo is the love child of Fly and Solo?
Oh my god. I didn't even think. My mind's been blown. This is amazing. He found himself somehow in the Southeast Asian region.
They abandoned them.
Oh no.
Pretty brutal.
The details are bad.
Choppy. Safe lane. Medusa. Very unusual.
Yeah. Look at TNC adapting to this too. Luna's running down to the bottom lane. Clockwork in the top against Tide. And it looks like Brood's going to lane mid. Where is he? He's waiting. He's in between the lanes so he can decide where he wants to go.
He's ducking and weaving. He wants that Medusa matchup.
Alright.
They sent him the Luna mid? Yeah, okay.
We have a tri-lane against Harmel's Timbersaw. Yeah, we do.
Very unusual to see a tri-lane mid. Well,
no, actually not anymore.
Not anymore.
Very common to see a tri-lane mid.
Maybe
maybe not leeching, ganking.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of different, right? In this case, they're just going to stay here. They're not going anywhere else. They're here to stay.
Yep. And
the other lanes. Oh no, Sam H's Clockwork's only a lot of space in this game.
Yeah, he is. You know, Clockwork can kill Tide around level 5-ish.
Yeah,
it is still very hard though if Tide just pushes in and tanks the creeps.
With the battery assault, right?
Yeah, but with the rotation, maybe you can force them off.
Okay. So side lanes, how do you think they're gonna go? The Brood versus Medusa matchup, I think, pretty favored for Broodmother, right?
Yeah, I think he's totally fine in this lane. He'll get everything he wants out of it. And Medusa, she'll still farm, but it's one of these weird lanes where neither hero really pressures each other, but they also can't, you know, do anything else besides click the creeps.
Yep. It's a boring lane.
Yes, very boring. A snooze fest.
Mid lane, Armel on his Timbersaw.
Oh no, that's 2 range creeps missed in the mid lane. They tried
the losing beam both times, right?
Yeah. Well, actually no. I'm kind of dumb. I was talking. For some reason, I watched that happen in the bottom lane. I thought it was mid. They tried to shard to the bottom lane ranger creep. Just the eyes are lying to me.
No, I think your brain is lying to you. Oh, X-Nova gets the Observer Ward. Let's go for that. It makes a lot of experience is transferred when you kill Observer Wards nowadays.
That's right. It's been changed a bit. So who do you think this benefits so far? Like, I don't understand how much this... I'm not aware of how much this Brood can actually pressure.
Okay, well... Alright, look at Timbersaw mid. He's against a Jewel lane. He has 12 CS.
Ah, that's a lot. He's got more than Luna.
He's owning. Alright, and they have essentially 3 heroes hanging around the mid lane. Tim's paid a visit. Yeah, Tim's paid a visit the bottom. Alright, they're going in. He doesn't have the Timber chain, so he is susceptible. Okay, never mind. Not susceptible. I killed him. But then, in response, Chappie kills Cuckoo in the bottom lane.
They found him in the trees.
Yeah, this Shackles, extremely potent against.
Up top, Sam H cogging down. One Punch Man. He's kind of blocked in by these creeps too.
Oh my.
I don't know if it's enough though. He's gonna make it back to the creep wave.
Well, he's safe once he's with his friends.
Yep. It's good to have friends, guys. Look at this, mid lane again. They shard and snowball into Armel, but now he has 2 points in reactive armor.
Oh, he went for that instead of the timber chain. Okay, that's interesting.
Well, still, we saw it just right there, right?
Yeah.
Hit and die. He's
Yeah,
entered.
it is just interesting his choice, right?
Yeah.
You know, not fearing the lane.
Right, the level, I would say the level 1 Whirling Death kind of doesn't do anything.
No, not much. Luna's like very rarely that close, right?
Yeah, exactly. Helps him last hit a little bit, but he's pretty much entered the stage where he's not going to die.
This is good. If Sam H can use the cogs effectively in the top lane, he can definitely win this lane, right? Without the Anchor Smash Tidehunter, there's nothing.
They still click creeps. Both people have like no mana, so nothing changes. We're farming.
What do you mean? It's way harder to play against Tidehunter when he can't Anchor Smash you as a melee hero.
That's true, but he's eventually going to make it to Soul Ring, right? And honestly, he still gets everything he needs out of the lane,
Yeah,
so
yeah, true.
not too bad. He can just buy quality.
He's not as dominant though. I think in this lane he can outfarm Clock a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at this
It does come
denies.
down to the
Well,
cogs.
the cogs actually. Never mind. I was like very impressed with the denies from Clockwork, and then I thought for a second.
It's okay. That's the problem when you start thinking.
Yeah, I shouldn't do it. All right,
So
Cuckoo's
what do you
good.
think?
Go on.
I was just gonna say, what do TNC do at this point? Like, well, I guess look at this.
Play
solo,
off
shack him
the
up.
Cuckoo player.
Yeah.
Oh, my
the
god, they
shards
get
are so
both.
good.
Oh,
X-Nova's
X-Nova's
coming
here
in.
though. They actually go
Oh,
for
this
the
stun doesn't
safe.
hit the spiders though. Look at Chappie dying.
Oh my god, he's taking so much damage. He has nowhere to live. Oh, is X-Nova out? No, he has stun.
okay.
He's good. Mid lane. Top lane.
Sam H and 1437 take out One Punch Man.
Yeah, usually when your support rotates away from your lanes, it's usually bad, but in this case they actually go offensive at that time. But that's just the strength of Brood with a few of these early game spiderlings.
Yep, they're really good at pressuring these weak heroes, right? Like the Rasta can't really run for them, especially when Snowball comes in.
If he shackles, he's gonna die.
Yep, that's true. Very nice positioning.
From Cuckoo.
You know, Armel might die here if they can shard him away
So
from him.
close to, they actually catch him at 2.
Oh,
Shackle
very
applied.
dead. Mid lane
He tried
doesn't land the whatchamacallit, the
to
chain,
whatchamacallit.
the timber chain.
Yeah, just out of reach there. You can actually see the range on his dead corpse.
Yep.
Just too
Very
short.
sad. You know, he feels a lot more unkillable than he is, especially when he's up that far, right?
Yes.
Like, look at this. They're still around the area. Tim's is here too. Same thing with
When he's close.
1437.
Oh, they're going for it again, but this time he
Snowball in though.
straight over.
It's pretty tanky. Don't know if they want to do this.
They definitely don't.
It just gets harder and harder when Timber.
Yeah, 3 points in
right?
the armor now.
Yeah.
You just constantly A-click or
drag the creep aggro.
right-click onto the enemy heroes to drag the creep aggro onto yourself.
Also, when he gets level 6, then there's some really big kill potential coming out from Timbersaw as well.
Yeah,
Just gets harder and harder.
he has some good experience as well. He's dying, but he's getting back to the lane quick and gaining all the experience. So.
Yep.
Chappie.
Down bottom, Sam H makes the rotation. He's level 6, chap. He's in trouble, shit. He's got nowhere to go.
He seems dead. Beautiful rotation from Sam H using his ultimate.
Didn't even need to use the hook shot.
That's the old walk down.
Yeah. Good stuff.
The
What set is this, by the way?
the movement speed from the movement speed nerf.
Yeah?
Bullshit. He even blurred it out. Look at that. Mid lane, he goes for the hook.
Hits the Sand King instead of the Rasta, though.
And he
Unfortunate.
just stuns away.
Nice shards, though. Maybe they want to snowball onto him?
No,
Across the river?
they're just pinging him.
Okay. That's a bit deep.
Especially into Timber, who could hit level 6 at any moment.
That's right. He's really close. Good thinking.
Top lane, they do. Alright, so while Clockwork does rotate around, and he does get a kill on Medusa, this pressures the top lane quite a lot.
Yeah, Tidehunter problem's growing, right? He's just taking over the lane, cutting the creeps, hitting the tower.
I think this. I know these lads do love their Vanguard. This is definitely a good Vanguard game against the Broodlings.
It is.
The Broodlings. I think we'll see it, actually, judging by how much I like the item.
Yep, oh, shards just missed bottom lane.
Chappie would have been dead if that hits.
Look at him. He's dying so fast.
He actually
with the
might
spiders.
still die.
Sinking stun's gonna interrupt the spiders, right?
Oh,
He doesn't even
he's
have
holding
it.
it. Oh,
doesn't
no.
land it. He's got no mana now.
And
The
now
Tide's there.
Tide's here. He's upset.
He is upset.
He had the dream lane top. He was having a grand old
He had to break that down to assist the allies. Not worth.
No. Here we go again. Sometimes you need to be a greedy lad.
You do. If he was up top, then he'd just be free farming his heart out. But now, 1437 picks up the space. This guy likes to farm as well.
He does, yeah.
He wouldn't be too happy farming in front of the Tide Hunter, though.
He's doing very well. Level 5, nearly 6.
Yeah.
He's going to collect both bounty rounds.
He's the most farm support in the game with 2 kills to his
Let's
name.
check out the net worth.
Gotcha. There we go.
Oh,
Nicely done.
he didn't expect the bounty round to be there, but he got it.
Yep.
Tranquil.
He hits his level 6 super early.
I'd love to see
single
some
game.
stats on this or something. you
Yeah,
know.
no, I'm very impressed with this, actually. It's good.
Mid lane, they get the shackle on 2 Ravens. Luna. It's the auto attack from Fly Solo finishes him off.
Nicely done. Those attacks hit like a truck. Look at this. Broodmother starting to do Broodmother things and take over a lane, even though she might not be able to pressure Tide onto the tower.
Yeah.
She'll still kill the wave and keep Tide just locked under this tower.
Tide's
right?
slowly walking at the Broodmother, being like, you know, get out of here.
Back off, or I'll
Hit you with this ship.
boat. Yeah.
Yep. This lane's pretty passive now.
It
Now that I think about it, the rotation of Tidehunter, even though he didn't get a kill, not too bad. It protects the tower,
It's true.
and it allows Medusa to go top, and it's a lot safer top.
He had a bit of time, though, right? Maybe he would have gotten that top tier 1 or forced some more rotations before having to feel forced that he had to go down there.
That's true.
But yeah, you're right. Sitting in front of this Broodmother gives him free farm, and they can't really get pressured,
You know,
so whatever.
look at Chappie's net worth, right? It kind of looks like he's doing bad. Every time we check on him, he's
Yeah,
dying.
he's always getting caught dying, but he's having a grand old time.
He is top of the net worth. These spiderlings, they make a big difference when you snake them. It adds up.
So what changes? Like we have Timbersaw hit his level 7, pretty power spike.
Okay. When I look at the draft in Clutch Gamers, I see this Timbersaw mid and I see this Tidehunter bottom. They serve similar purposes. They're just this unstoppable wall,
Yeah.
right?
Look at
TNC
this
have
down
to
bottom.
rotate so many people to
Spiders
deal with it.
just, they chip away at this tower. They took like 400 HP out of that tower.
Holy
And
crap.
I can't do anything about it. It'll actually die. I distracted you.
He did. Top lane. Sam H going in the clockwork. He's taking a lot of damage. Double kill for Timbersaw.
Yeah. This is not the hero you want to give a double kill.
Is there any hero you do want to give a double kill to?
Not him, that's for sure. He's powerful. Once he gets some gear, it's rough stuff.
It is, yeah. Especially in this game. You know, you were talking about why they picked Luna. Largely based on the Eclipse damage.
Right, it's a way to finish off the Timbersaw without, you know, worrying about the reactive armor stacking up. Tidehunter, same thing, but Timbersaw almost has a hood complete. Chappie mid lane gets sharded up.
Ooh,
It's okay though, just some damage.
Very
Forces that
difficult hero to commit to.
Yeah.
Even his skill build's unusual. This is not the European skill build, shall we say. You know, usually they go more points into Mana Shield.
Gotta tank it up a bit.
Yeah, but I guess when you're playing against a Broodmother in lane, it's not as effective. Right, because the spiderlings are constantly just chipping away at you.
You want that farm speed as well.
Yeah, you want to be able to catch up because you're... Well, catch up. I say catch up, but he's miles ahead.
Oh, he's leading the charge. Yeah. Farming is good. And in this game,
Sometimes you say some stupid shit.
that wasn't very nice.
You do, though.
Okay.
You know I love you. Bottom lane, they go in on Tidehunter. He does have a Ravage. He uses it. The large CP, the double
big
stun on top.
stun.
Oh my god.
And the
X-Nova
Epi
with the Epi. Gets Raven. And Tim's. Double kill for Chappie.
Shane, last time I checked, diving Tidehunter, not the smartest thing you can do, right? He's
No.
always going to get Ravage off.
Holy crap.
Oh, and Sand King was there to soak up some of the Eclipse damage too, so he didn't just die instantly. Bit of a bold play.
Oh.
But I guess they felt like, you know, it's a bold play, but if they make it work, that tower drops right away, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't happen, so not worth
No, it did
it. Very
not
dangerous. The risk reward there was not in their favor.
happen. You never dive into a Tidehunter
Right,
under a
especially,
Q1 tower.
you don't commit that hard, right? You poke at him, you dance around this
Yeah,
guy.
make him use Ravage when he doesn't want to use it, right?
Exactly, but they committed so hard for it, just didn't work out.
And the second Raven used his Eclipse, everyone knows that it's safe to TP in, right?
Yeah, it'll be over pretty much by the time you finish your ports. You know, the Sand King was there just in time to interrupt all of that.
Yes, he was. That timing was almost perfect.
Yep.
Cuckoo breaking the smoke mid, but he didn't break the smoke with the support, so...
Yep, they're still moving up top. Fly Solo TP's up top. He's TPing about a couple meters.
Oh my god.
Can
he get the Timber Chain?
Okay, he does.
No, he can't. Very nice ward trap onto Tim's. Sam H managing to get out. Ravens here.
Nova blocked as well. And Dust. Oh boy.
Oh no. Gets the
Team
stun. The stun though. Is there enough to kill Sam H?
Also
it's going to be close.
Nope,
not enough. Alright, Fly Solo is just making a bit of space.
Alright. TNC turn it around. That's it. They turn it around.
That's it.
Yep.
Just maybe underestimating the strength of Timbersaw.
You know, Clockwork actually did a bunch of damage to Timber there.
Yeah,
Battery Assault destroyed him in that fight.
Yeah, when you're in Clockwork, such a high level, and it's pretty insane. Or even Rocket Flare does a lot.
You know, when you look at his items too, we're not seeing like a Blade Mill or anything like that come out. It's just the basics.
I think Blade Mail is so good in this game. Medusa can't remove her split shot. Blade Mail always does damage to her. Timbersaw, he's just throwing spells around the place, right? It's hard to control. He always wants to be able to do it as well.
If they can actually finish off the Timbersaw, the team fight gets much easier for them.
Yeah.
I know that sounds stupid, Shane, but it's not, because this guy is so difficult to kill. He eats up so many spells. If they can actually manage to do it,
yes.
Then
if they commit a lot and they get the reward, it's
yes, it is. And if they commit a lot and they're unable to finish them off,
game
they're probably
over
gonna
almost.
Yeah.
It's difficult to play into heroes like this, especially when they have two of them.
They do have two of them, the Tidehunter, and we saw what happens when he can actually, when he lives, right?
Look at his items now. Like
back
when they dived him, he only had the brown or the mana boots and the soul ring.
Hook shot misses mid.
Don't want to be missing them. I feel there's so much more pressure on a core clock to hit the hooks.
Yeah, he's a very key part of the initiation.
No.
This is pretty big.
Tim's in pretty deep. Can he get the attack on the Fly
Solo?
Oh, he gets fogged. Both of them get fogged. It goes back. All right. And 1437 goes down in the mid lane. They do have Mechanism up. Ravage up. It's push time.
Tim's was pinging out the Shadow Shaman after he killed him too for Sam H to rocket him, but he just casted it right before. Very unfortunate. It feels like TNC have to. They need a lot of shenanigans to win this game, right? They need to cut a bunch of waves, poke and prod at these towers, outfarm them heavily, make clutch gamers waste a bunch of time because feels like
they need time for
fight.
Luna, right? Look at this net worth.
They do.
Jesus.
But at the same time, Medusa's not going to stop farming either, and she already has 4 kills to her name.
Yeah, and she just picked up the old 4-staff, the counter to the core Clockwork.
Oh, man. Counter the core Clockwork, counter the shards and the snowball, and it also makes the ice path super hard to land. Up the Vanguard.
The Vanguard.
On Clockwork.
They love it.
They're in love with the Vanguard. Okay.
I guess it's decent against Medusa. It doesn't necessarily do the largest amount of right-click damage,
Yeah.
at least now.
True. And also the Shadow Shaman wards, right?
Yes.
That was a big reason.
That's the main one. Yeah. Okay, Hood finished on One Punch Man. Blink Dagger just purchased on Sand King. Holy crap!
Oh no, Shane, we're kind of dumb. It's the Spirit Vessel.
Oh, so it is.
I forgot it takes the
yeah, me too. I saw the Stout Shield.
I got excited about Vanguard.
Me
right?
too.
It happens. Okay, so Sand King for X Nova. He has the Blink Dagger picked up. Very good item. It allows him to blink.
That allows him to jump. How many units?
1200.
Very nice.
Very important stuff.
Well, it's basically on some heroes, Blink Dagger is make or break, and Sand King is kind of one of them.
Yep, I would agree.
His hero gets 5 times more powerful when he gets a Blink Dagger.
Comparable to Earthshaker, right? Becomes a whole new hero once that Blink Dagger's picked up. It's interesting. It's weird to see Broodmother, like she has Deso.
I'm not feeling it.
No, I'm also not feeling it. I'm feeling sad for Broodmother. She can't do what Broodmother
There's
likes
a Tidehunter just standing in front of her.
Look at the army. Look at all her children just sitting in the trees. Not allowed to come to lane because Tidehunter's there.
What do you think about Axe on Tide this game?
For the outspam, the
For
gush.
the illusions of Luna, for the...
It's not bad.
The brood things.
It also makes the gush a really low cooldown as well.
Oh,
Hook shot on
Sam
the
H
Fly
hooks into
Solo.
Fly Solo. I don't know if you really want to be in here. They forced that Fly Solo out. Oh my god, the snowball commits in. They're in very deep. Chappie is just standing completely
He's
still,
at full
clicking
health.
them down.
The clip's doing nothing.
Oh boy.
the entire game's basically a 4v5 with Cuckoo just split pushing.
They do get 2
right?
kills for 1.
They do.
But it's their core clock, right? He needs to be living through these fights. When you pick Clockwork as a core,
yeah, if he doesn't farm creeps really, he gets a lot of gold from staying alive during the team fights.
He needs to live.
Yep.
Otherwise, he will not scale.
Yeah, but still, a 2 for 1 is still very good for them.
Especially in the position they're in, right? They can farm up the jungle.
Yeah, it gives them more room to farm aggressively and take away some of the farm from clutch gamers. Also, their warding is very good on TNC. Look at these deep wards we have coming out from them. It gives them a lot of intel on who's farming where.
Especially they're kind of Medusa wards almost.
Yeah, that one on the left side by the Ancients is definitely a Medusa ward, and they happen to, you know, they're probably pretty aware there's a Medusa ward there, but Sentry just misses.
With this new talent, 80 gush damage, and then the... Oh, never mind, hold on. Broodmother, big kill in the mid lane. There's so much net worth on it. Cuckoo. They
Ravage
commit the Ravage.
Worth it.
Holy crap. Yeah, it seems so difficult for Brood to do anything.
Yep. The Ravage is totally worth it in that scenario, right?
Like look at the net worth, right?
Yeah.
Broodmother, a hero that doesn't really catch
also,
up.
the Brood is the only one split pushing. You need to secure the kill on split pushers. Otherwise, they just go right back to the same thing. So, can't let those heroes live.
Dear Lord.
What is this? Hurricane Pike coming out for Chappie. Yep.
All of a sudden, Clockwork just feels very useless.
He feels like his game has ended.
Well,
not ended, but I mean, his initiation.
It's close, right? They're trying to focus in on the Tidehunter, using a lot of spells on it.
Yep.
Sam H. Hook is up soon.
It's up soon, but does he want to hook in? He's going to hook
into
the
There's no Ravage,
stab.
right? If there was ever a time...
Yeah, that's true. But I think they want Cuckoo in a position where he can take some sort of building while the fight goes on.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
so they don't just TP back and stop him.
They're just kind of farming now.
Yep, they're hitting lots of creeps.
It does feel like TNC's moves are very limited.
It does. It feels like this, because of the Broodmother, they have to play a certain way, right? They can't match the 5v5 team fight from Clutch Gamers, so they're forced to split around the map. Like, the whole game, Cuckoo's just chipping away at tier 1 towers with the spiders, because there's nothing else for him to do. You can just farm with it. That's about it. Rough position to be in.
Bottom lane, they're kind of just looking for someone to...
I like this though.
Yep.
The casual split push from the support hero. Like you don't want to spend, too many things, too many resources trying to deal with them. But at the same time, if you don't react, he's gonna eat away your towers and keep the push going.
And if he dies, he's not too unhappy, right? It's
exactly.
It's not the worst.
He's still picking up farm because he's in creeps. Like look at this, Smoke King from Clutch Gamers. What are they gonna find? Nothing. They're gone. Just kidding. They found things.
They found things.
You know, Luna has Eclipse. There it is.
Oh, they use it on the high ground. Chappie dies really fast here.
Oh my god.
He goes down 2.
Oh, invincible Timber Saws here.
Very nice. Timber Saws in the mix. There's not much. They're trying to escape.
They only want to focus these squishy heroes.
Yeah, once they're dead, it's runaway time, right?
Yep.
That doesn't sound too good. Managed to get the ice pass on Armel, stopping him pressing after the Clockwork. And as you said,
that was excellently done from TNC.
Yes, it was.
They found Chappie. They actually killed him through the mana shield in the very beginning.
Eclipse is very good against Medusa, actually. It's so much damage so quickly.
Yeah. That
it can remove all of her mana until 20.
Right, until that's the big power spike. Medusa gets that 800 mana talent. That's when it feels like she becomes pretty invincible. Not invincible, but more difficult to take down.
Definitely.
It's a lot of effective HP gain.
What's that gotten to? Is there 4 stuff?
You know, they committed to that fight really heavily, knowing that it is a 4v5 essentially with Broodmother split pushing, right?
Yep. They knew that even if they lose the fight, they're gaining elsewhere.
Yeah. Cuckoo's built for that though. He's got the Mask of Madness, Desolator, Medallion. So he can take down those buildings very quickly.
He's heading towards the Roshan now.
So how much we are going to hit a damage wall in this game, right? Tidehunter, Medusa, Timbersaw.
Yes.
Medusa's going to need a bunch of damage. This is a good way to kind of deal with that, right? Doing Roshan.
Are they aware? They're pinging the crap out of... Oh my god, it's going to be close.
Dying pretty fast,
They're walking in.
Oh,
X-Nova gets the stun. The Ravage on top. It hits 2. The epicenter. Oh no. Raven's dreams again. Roshan are fading away. Cuckoo's running on top of the ledge. Oh god, they want to finish off Roshan. It's on like 20% HP. It seems like TNC just handed them back.
Clockwork has no hook shot. Oh,
X-Nova gets the stun off.
Turn to stone. Snowball's in though. Can he steal the Aegis?
The ice path is perfect.
It's
it hits
a mess
on them.
in the pits.
The Aegis. Where's the Aegis? Oh, Chappie snatches it. Fly solo on the front line, just punching everyone down. Oh God,
no,
Brax,
big
and the
stun.
double stun from X Nova.
Where's Toby when we need him? It's a disaster.
It is indeed a complete disaster. That felt like we need to risk this. You know, we have this Desolator.
They feel like they need to make something big to break open this game, or it's just
Look
going to
at
be...
this. Mass Serpent Ward's up very, very soon.
Hey Shane, are you supposed to have that Gambit versus Empire 2 best of?
No, I'm not. Where did that come from? Uh-oh.
Must have been Gareth.
It's probably Gareth.
He's always messing with these settings on the stream, guys.
If you have any issues, at Sayori TV.
Yep, make sure you let him know.
Good save, Brax.
Always looking out. Oh, I hear hook shot.
Fly solo.
He's in deep, but it's just so
God.
sad. What can he do? There's the Eclipse up on Luna, but she can't walk in. Chappie's kind of low mana, but does that even matter at this point?
No.
Feels like it does.
With the wards beside him, he's not really afraid. There's no hook shot.
Yeah, they have, what, 2 Force Staffs now? Yeah, the Pike, and then Kite is a Force as well.
And look what's coming up on X Nova. 4 staff very soon. The drums for Fly Solo just... Oh, yes, he's going for the lens. Oh,
I feel like no heroes die once the Force Staffs come out.
yes.
Right, like outside of that one
How is
engagement
Brood
bottom.
meant to focus anyone?
Right, he can't. Oh, it's difficult.
It's these drafts. Like, I think it's the style of play in SEA. Like, they play so many different types of heroes. Like Timbersaw, for example. They can play them in a lot of positions, and I think
this is one of these situationally fantastic heroes, right?
Yes.
When they lack damage, when they lack the proper lockdown, the true damage for this hero.
The instant lockdown is what they're missing.
The biggest thing I wanted to point out is that the ease of execution for Clutch Gamers' draft is it's just there. It's so easy for them to play. Their heroes are tanky. All they have to do is blink stun somebody with Sand King.
Medusa just walks forward, right?
Exactly.
And they can play around that.
Doesn't have a care in the world. And she still hasn't hit that level 20 power spike either.
All 3 cores are insanely tanky.
Yep. And then compare that to how hard it is for TNC to take a fight.
Eclipse committed, trying to kill
There's the Ravage.
Man. Oh my God, they have this shackle follow-up onto
Shrine
Raven's
used
Luna.
to-
Very nice. Ice Path cancelling the shackle. Armel moves forward, ignoring 1437 on his Jakiro.
We'll find him. He's very good.
He is indeed.
So yeah, ease of execution, right? We saw how hard it was for TNC to take that one team fight that they won. They had to catch Chappie around the corner with the Eclipse and the hook shot, and they win, but all they get is a tier 1 tower out of it.
Yeah.
When Clutch Gamers win a team fight, it feels so much worse.
Raven, he's trying his best on Luna, right? He's farming very well, managing to keep up with Chappie's Medusa, but
Still very fun.
it's the 4 staffs and the general just control lacking from TNC.
You know, when the first 3 picks for TNC came out, we really highlighted the reliable lockdown, the instant lockdown, the actual stuns like Sand King. Hookshot, it is a stun, unreliable though. Units can block it, it can be missed, and also Clockwork kind of just dies when he goes in. And then Shards...
But that's the big issue right now, right?
Yeah.
Sam H's Clockwork, while he did enable them to get a few early game kills, he just falls off a cliff damage-wise, Clockwork.
The damage falls off, and then the utility of the cogs, battery assault, and
Even the
hook shot,
yeah.
they just fall off the cliff when 4 staffs come out. It's just not the same. And then Shards too, they don't actually do anything in these fights.
Yeah, both Tusk and Clock countered by similar items.
Yep.
And they have a lot of them.
They do. They've got a whole bunch of them. And on top of that, these heroes don't get bursted.
Alright.
It's looking real rough.
Yeah, we're trying here. Oh, they can still make mistakes.
Of course. Look at where Cuckoo's positioned, right? He's cutting out waves, trying to pressure that, but he feels like he has to come back.
Who kills the wards here? 1437
Nobody.
attempts it.
Walk forward and you're gonna die.
This is the lens onto 1437. He gets evaporated. Now Chappie's on the front lines with his Aegis.
Who do they go on?
I don't know. Cuckoo's walking in now. He wants it. Sam H gets caught in a cog with Chappie. BKB force. It's not bad, but the
He's getting
stone
flicked,
gaze,
though.
he's attacking a catapult.
Yep. Wants a lifesteal. Not enough.
Oh boy.
Yep, this is...
That's that.
This is grim. That's game 2-2. Clutch Gamers, TNC. That's very surprising, wouldn't you say? I would think that TNC would be like a tier above.
That's what I thought
Clutch
too,
Gaming.
but like, we haven't really had much of a chance to check out the SEA scene this
That's true.
event. But Clutch Gamers.
They look very good. The way they drafted this game, fantastic. Their brood on the response was super good. And the thing is, they accounted for it in multiple lanes. So it wasn't like she could go, many places. She was forced into a side lane against Medusa. So yeah, Nicely done, Clutch Gamers. Very impressed.
If you look at the Clockwork's impact, right? Playing it as a core role is such a large risk.
It is. It relies heavily on snowballing and playing off the back of his other cores. It still plays as a support hero with a bit more farm, right? He performs the same actions.
Yeah, honestly, every one of these games has just been a draft win for the team that won, and it's been pretty noticeable.
That is a skill as well, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. So we'll be back soon with Game 5. This is pretty hype. And you want to get back early to catch the draft, because that's where a lot of these games are won or lost.
Do you guys see Chicken Little and King Poop? These guys are excited. They haven't blinked at all during the match.
No.
Eyes glued to the screen.
See you guys soon.
Production wizard.